We live. This is the 111 show, episode 18.
Yeah.
18. 18 of them things going strong. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy Melly, the host. And I got my co-host with me, Chaz.
What's going on?
Yeah, man. So as y'all can see, this is the AFC South episode. We covered the AFC West last week. But, you know, I talked to the guys and we gonna knock the South out because this is the inferior of the. To many would say this probably the weakest link of the AFC is the South.
Hey, Melly put it nice and cute. We just trying to get the South out the way. I'm gonna be real. We just trying to get it out the way, get it off the slate. So we ain't gotta look at these teams' names no more until they on a FanDuel bet card or
And
whatever.
the other two, our other two cast members, the Texans fans, is ducking the smoke.
They both ducking.
I think y'all ducking the smoke, man. Y'all ain't. Y'all, I would have figured y'all would have been ready. Y'all would have been y'all would have been in the lobby with me, waiting to talk about y'all Texans, man.
Melly, you know what it is, right? Is the fact that they know I'm about to get on here and trash CJ Stroud. They pride and joy. So neither one of them could sit here and look me in the face while I talk crazy about CJ and how he's going to be a failure in the league.
Yeah, bro. I don't know about all that. I think I actually like what they're doing right now, but I have to talk about these boys and this conference in the future will be better. That's just how it goes in the league. You know what I'm saying? Conferences have their ups and downs. At one point, the NFC West was shit. At one point, the AFC East was shit. You know what I'm saying? When Tom Brady was running the conference for 20 plus,
Yeah.
so 17. You know, so conferences have their seasons, and the AFC South will have their day. That day just not gonna be today or year, so to speak. But these teams have promise going forward. But you know what I'm saying? I keep saying, but it's the Titans, the Colts, the Jags, and the Texans. Straight like that. They all
Yeah.
got very young quarterbacks. I say except for Ryan Tannehill.
Tennessee, yeah.
He's the old guy, which he's probably gonna be the starter. I don't think we're gonna see Willis or the boy Levis. You know what
Levis.
I'm saying? Reports from camp are saying uh, Willis is here for the smoke, and he ain't rolling over for him. So yeah, man. What's been going on with you though? Before we jump into these teams,
Not much, man. You know, it's I can kind of see over the horizon the summer coming to an end. You
mm-hmm.
know, you get to end of July and it's like, sheesh. We got the Hall of Fame game in what 10 days, 9 days away,
Yeah, bro.
and you know that means football season's here. That means summer's over.
Bro,
Summer's
I don't know
over
if
and flew.
it's just because like we like older now, but summer like flies, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's flying, bro. Because when I was getting ready, when I get ready for the season or something, football camp coming up, like it seemed like them 2 months is dragging because that's all we got was 2 months before you, and like you really ain't even get them 2 months because you're supposed to be at off season workouts,
Right.
especially us Michigan boys. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You was expected to be there, but yeah, man, like going to work, getting up, going to work every day, coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's about four. Before you go to hit the gym, do anything, I'm like, damn, I gotta go set up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I gotta go set up for the pod. You know, like
Right.
shit is wild. But I've been getting like me personally, it's been an attack on me by Taryn and now her sister to get a dog.
What? A third dog?
No, a dog for us for
Oh, okay.
so I've been holding my ground though because I don't want that responsibility of me, bro.
That's a baby. You might as well. Hey, never mind. Hold on. Let me slow down.
Yeah, that's
Let me calm down.
yeah. We're doing all right, yeah. But
A dog might as well be a baby though, bro.
it
To
is.
somebody in our age bracket.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm ready for that responsibility. But I'm getting sent a lot of screenshots of puppies and dogs. So,
Yeah,
and
that's tough.
I'm in fighting a tooth and nail to not get a dog. So, but anyways, that's enough of that, man. That's a quick introspective look at what's going on day to day. But
Hey, also one more thing.
I'm gonna get my notes up.
It's about that time for fantasy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I've discussed with my boy 111 Michael. We're thinking about. Let me know what you think, Melly, about running a 111 fantasy league this year, where it'll be us four, and we'll pick. Let's say we'll do 8 to 10 of our listeners, and let them join in on our fantasy league. And we'll talk about the prizes later and all that down the road. But I'm
Okay,
thinking about doing a league with the listeners. How you feel about that?
that'd be cool. I just don't know how we'll figure out the schematics because it's the first time hearing about it. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
If we could figure it out with somebody. I know Matthew in this joint right now. If you want to join the fantasy league, you know what I'm saying, hit us on IG. I got the IG tag right there.
Yeah,
You know what
we'll
I'm
put some
saying?
on IG if we put this in stone.
Yeah. But I like that idea. Shout out to Matthew stopping by to stream again. You know what I'm saying?
What up, cousin?
Yeah, dog. Where should we start with these AFC teams? On my list right now is the Jacksonville Jaguars, the first to start out.
Well, let's run it. I have no
So
feelings. Run it.
they're the favorite, you know, coming off the way the season ended.
Yeah.
You feel me? They're the favorite. They're the team with the highest Super Bowl odds in the conference. You know what I'm saying? At 200, 2,500,
Plus
2,500
2,500.
plus 2,500.
That's it.
What you mean?
They should be plus at least 12,000. The Jags are plus 2,500 to win a Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys are like plus what? Like,
Let me read it back. The Jaguars, the only team in the AFC South outside the bottom four in Super Bowl odds. They are joint at 11th at 2,500.
wow. Okay. Maybe I'm tripping. That could be on me, but okay.
But they odds to win the conference is minus 150.
Yeah, that sounds about right. What's
Know
their
what I'm
over
saying?
under?
Over under 9.5.
All right. Man, this Jags team, dude, like there's a lot of things to like about this Jags team this year. Let's start up top with the quarterback, right?
I got the best quarterback in the conference.
You got the best quarterback in the division, T. Law coming back, right?
Yo, division, I keep saying
off
conference.
a great playoff win where he could have easily packed it in and folded, but he fought through, brought his team back from down 28, 26, whatever it was, and got a dub, and then followed it up with a competitive game at Arrowhead against Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at this offense and you see, okay, everybody's coming back. Plus, you add Calvin Ridley to the mix now, and it's almost like they're just brewing to repeat and win that South again. It would be tough to bet against them. Like, let me say this real quick. Get off schedule real quick.
Yeah.
I know I've been getting a lot of messages in my DMs because I'm kind of being pigeonholed as the guy who never picks favorites to win the division, even though I picked the Chiefs last week.
Yeah, we picked
but
yeah.
Every other division, I did not pick a favorite. And that's because that's how I feel, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to do that again this week. So yeah, stop coming at me for trying to be different, saying I'm not speaking what I really believe, because I really do believe what I'm saying.
Man, stand on that, man. Nobody.
I gotta stand on that, y'all. Yeah, y'all been coming at me crazy, like, bro, just trying to be different. Don't want to pick the Lions. Everybody know the Lions are the best team in the North. We gonna get to the Lions later.
They not the clear cut best team in the conference.
But okay, I caught flack for the Lions. I caught flack for taking the Falcons. I caught flack for taking the Cowboys.
You deserve the flack for the Falcons. I think the most flack you deserve is the Falcons.
That sounds good.
It is the Falcons.
You watching quarterback?
I'm watching quarterback, and that defense was atrocious.
What did they do this offseason? All they did was load the defense.
But we made the same argument for Detroit.
Detroit's already down one of their new signees and CJ Gardner-Johnson.
I'm glad you said that. While we
Go
off
ahead,
schedule,
go ahead.
the MRI came back clean. He
Good.
cool.
Good
He
news.
cool.
Good
I'm
news.
keeping up with it. I'll keep
Good
it up.
news.
I'm on my journalism today. You feel me?
Hey man, I'm
He
fresh
good
out of
though.
practice, man. So
He
I ain't
don't
get
need
to.
to do. He don't need to do nothing. Just chill. Don't play no preseason games. I mean, we need you rehab. We know you a baller, CJ. Just chill.
But peep this though. Ain't that the Lions' luck though? Right when everybody get their faith and hopes up in Detroit, I feel like there's always something behind that facade that's gonna pop out and hit the Lions fans in the head once again and say, "Hey, you're the Detroit Lions. Relax. Get back
It's
to
like
second place. Get back to
like
third place. Get
it's
back
like
to
a
fourth
curse,
place."
right? Like
Yeah.
even when I was saying about CJ why we own the Lions, he's a slot corner safety type player. He play multiple positions. It's not like he's in a position where like he's Sutton and he has to guard. He'll have to guard the number 1 or number 2 receiver on the team or something like that. It's not like you signed Jalen Ramsey, then Jalen Ramsey has a non-contact knee injury. Now you like Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know he's not
Yeah.
that, but like it's like that happening. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
but if we want to stick on this for just a second longer, just look at their division. The matchup CJ is going to have to, handle. Most likely it's going to be Jaden Reed or Christian Watson when they're playing Green Bay. Most likely it's going to be Justin Jefferson or Jordan Addison. Either one of those two I expect to be in the slot at all times.
Yeah.
So
those guys gonna line up
have
there.
a big role like in coverage.
Schematically though, I feel like you could cover up and mix and match some coverages to, combat them dynamic guys that can move in and out of the slot. Like,
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
can
saying?
bracket them. Yeah.
Bracket them linebacker, you know what I'm saying? Have another corner there, put a safety over top. Sometimes when you at corner, it's you on that island.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's you on that island, ain't nothing else. So if you get caught in man, you better be that guy. And that's why I was like, yeah, you need CJ, but I'm like, throw Brian Branch in there, see what he can do. He a rookie, you know what I'm saying? I would rather have CJ Gardner-Johnson, but you drafted Brian Branch.
But they two completely different players though.
But I know, but I'm saying though, like you gonna have to they gadget type hybrid type players to me where they can move around a lot. They physical, they in the box. So
hey, do
yeah,
I gotta
man.
pull up the video for the listeners of Wims punching CJ in the face 3 times
You
before CJ even tried to react?
You
talk about
you
he's physical. He's anti-physical. He's the.
Do you see how he was hitting Pacheco in the Super Bowl?
All right,
we talk about football. We talk about hands.
I seen that clip a couple days ago. I had to pull it up. All right, let's get back on track, man. My bad.
All right, we talking about the Jags, man.
The Jags.
Good receivers, good running back. You know what I'm saying? Playmakers on defense. But I see some things like with them. They ended the season on the right note. They peaked at the right time towards the end of the year, which if you're trying to make a playoff push, that's what you want to be doing. Now, I think a lot of teams, if you get in a hole like that, I'll give Trevor Lawrence his flowers for being clutch. I still think he's the best player in the conference, but you know what I'm saying. I don't think he need another year to me. You know what I'm saying. He need one more year. Because I think Vrabel and them still got something for him. Tennessee Titans, I still think they're gonna be physical with them boys, and they gonna rival them for that number. The Tennessee Titans is they like a bad itch. You know what I'm saying? It's an itch you can't scratch. They always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be physical. I think a lot of the times, because I'm moving into the Titans. If you can't tell, but
ship it.
Look, man, they're a physical team. Coaches take on the personality. Players take on the personality of their coach. And Vrabel is going to be in a dogfight with you every single time. They're going to be in Trevor Lawrence's face. They always going to have a good defense. I don't think their defense get talked about enough. Well, I think the Titans have the best defense in the conference. You know what I'm saying? And they got the offense to play keep away from you when everybody's healthy on offense. So I'm like, do y'all really want to play that? And I think they on their way to getting DeAndre Hopkins.
They got Hop, yep.
Did he sign or is it?
They signed Hop. It's there. It's done.
Okay. I didn't know if that. I was watching the Vrabel interview yesterday with busting with the boys, and they were just like, it's pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't
Yeah.
really. Oh, well, okay. I ain't gonna dwell on that too much longer. But they get a weapon, they get a veteran receiver. I think that'll work well with somebody like Tannehill who can force feed you if need be. Kind of hate to see AJ Brown go on the last year. You see what he did in Philadelphia, but
Yeah.
they still have Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? They still have a great defense. So I think they split with the Jags. I think the Tennessee Titans split with the Jags.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, sometimes he a little careless with the ball. Sometimes I think he get a little bit too lax. You
I
know,
don't even know if it's lax or if it's robotic, but sometimes he's just not there mentally on a play or two. It'll just happen randomly.
I can't get a read on him, bro.
Yeah.
I can't get a read on him. If robot is the right, he got that like, kind of Kawhi type
Yeah.
mannerisms where I'm like,
Right.
what is he thinking about right now? Is he mad? Is he upset? You know what I'm saying? Is he
Yeah.
frustrated? Like,
Did he
I
think
don't
that
know.
that Nickelback was on his team that he just threw the ball
Yeah,
directly to?
So he's the golden boy. He's the golden boy in the conference. You know what I'm saying? And I think the media, since he was so good at Clemson, the national championships, Elite 11, all of this stuff, he's got all the accolades. He's 6'5", you know what I'm saying? Big arm, mobile. So he's what the NFL wants right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally gave him a flash of that. And I feel like people was clinging to that. But let's not forget, you know what I'm saying? They had to dig themselves out of a hole. That's what they did is not something that is regular, going off and rattling off 6 games to push yourself into the playoffs, into a wild card game. And the conference was bad.
And they got some fluke wins in there. Off the top of the dome, I'm just thinking about it. One of those, they beat the Titans with Joshua Dobbs starting at quarterback, their third string quarterback. And another one off the top of the dome is the Dak 2 interception back-to-back game where they upset the Cowboys and they had no business winning that game, but Dak handed it to him on a platter. But it kind of wasn't Dak; it was a drop pass that bounced right up into the DB's arms.
You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. It was an L that they really did not earn.
Yeah. It was unforced. It was unforced error.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I remember that play on red zone.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah, man. So while the Jags are going to be competitive with the Titans, who I think are still the guys in the conference, I'm gonna just give you something else to chew on, because I think they tough guys, man. I think the tough guys in this sport, our sport, the tough guys get it done.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I think when they playing against Trevor Lawrence and they smell blood against Trevor Lawrence, he get kind of erratic with the ball. Like,
agreed.
And they got some playmakers over there. You know, Kevin Byard is still there. You know what I'm saying? And he liked to throw the ball to the other team. But let's get to the Titans over under 7.5 wins, which I think is money. And it's time to hammer that.
Hammer.
If you have 7.5 wins, they're saying it's a rebuild year. I don't think Mike Vrabel's a rebuild type of guy.
Bro, Mike Vrabel wakes up with 8 wins in his back pocket. Like, he gonna get to 8 wins, bro. That's way too low.
I don't think the Texans get him at all. I don't think the Colts get him at all. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. I mean,
and this is another thing too about the Texans, bro. I mean, the Titans is, if you could pick a defense for one game historically, I'll say these past 2-3 years, to get one win, I need a defense. I need a defensive staff. I need a defensive players, whatever it is. If there's one team I'm choosing, I love Bill Belichick, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like what D'Amico's was doing out in San Fran. I do. I seen them get 40 put up on them multiple times, but that's another story. Anyway, the Titans are the type of team in a one-game situation who will build the best game plan every year. There's a big underdog Titans win, and it's because they outcoach their opponent, whether it's the Bills, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, no matter who it is. The Titans always find a way to shut somebody down. I think they held the Chiefs to 3 points at one point. Was that 2 years ago or last year? Where they just completely shut them down for most of the game. And it's just like, bro, I can't pick against the Titans. I got the Titans winning this South, bro. I really do. And I'm not going to say it's going to be comfortably, because I think the Jags are more talented. And what I'm banking on kind of is, what's my boy's name? Doug Peterson's system now having some analytics against it, right? So I'm expecting some regression from that offense. And I think if you're betting on a team that's more steady, more stable, who's running the program correctly, nobody in the South is running a better program than Vrabel in Tennessee.
Yeah, I think that's a plug and play. He always gonna get. It ain't the biggest names, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna see over there. But I think they get the job done, and they got a number one receiver. I think that's just enough for them with a dynamic player like Derrick Henry. Now, here's my key stat for both of these teams, though. I'm gonna start with the Jags. During that stretch of them 6 games that they rattled off, Trevor Lawrence averaged a 254 yards per game, scored 14 total touchdowns, and only threw 2 picks. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but that's at the end. You in desperation mode. I would like to see that at the beginning of the year. But yeah, I think they right at 9. I'm gonna go under the 9.5. And then for the Tennessee Titans, the Titans have averaged 2 first and 2 second place finishes in the AFC South the last 4 seasons and made the playoffs 3 times.
Yeah.
So this is a team. I don't think no other team has been like disrespected like this, like in the conference. You know what I'm saying?
It's because they're boring, bro.
In their conference that win this many games year in and year out. Like, what is we talking about here? Like, when the Packers was constantly winning the North, you know what I'm saying? And it seemed like they was gonna have like some type of a, they was always picked to win. You know what I'm saying? They was always picked to win. Like last year, the Vikings. So the Vikings probably still gonna be the favorite to win the conference. You know what I'm saying? Last year was the Niners. The Niners are still favored to win. What happened when I'm hearing this rebuild talk and they drafting the quarterback and Tannehill is a bridge quarterback. That don't mean he's not gonna get out there and do his job. I don't think they rolling over for nobody.
Exactly, to the best of his ability.
They're not rolling over for nobody. You have a 2,000-yard rusher in your backfield.
Yeah,
nobody else in the conference got that. So
wait, so where exactly is the rebuild? Where is it? What position?
I don't know.
Did they ship out? What big contract did they cut? Their best players are all coming back. I mean, besides who? Their middle linebacker. What was bro's name?
I think it's
David Long. David Long, the only person they lost.
I think Lewan. They lost Taylor Lewan, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he was having injury issues anyway. But,
that's a good point. Yep.
Yeah, man, this is a team that has consistently made the playoffs. You know, like they ain't been up and down. Like I'm smacking it over on the Titans.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about these Colts and what they got going on.
Yes, sir.
Average defense, quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Reports are coming in that the boy Anthony Richardson, who they took in the first round, is a better passer than they initially thought, which is what we said all these years ago. I'm like, not all these years ago, all these episodes ago, when he was on the draft, like the boy can throw the ball. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was college. It was a small sample size, like compared to like other quarterbacks that was taken so high. You know what I'm saying? Arm talent, big body, physical, probably one of the better athletes we've seen our quarterback in the past few drafts, like physical, like stature, everything. I'm
willing to say
he built in the lab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they saying he could be ready to start week 1 ahead of Gardner Minshew. So I'm like, dang, Gardner Minshew, you thought you probably had a shot in Indy, but you know what I'm saying? You're going to be playing backup singer again at quarterback, clipboard.
How sick is Gardner about that, bro? How sick do you think he is?
Wasn't he? He was there for the Jags.
Yep.
Then they moved on Trevor Lawrence. He's there in the Eagles. They thought he was going to be, because everybody didn't know what Jalen Hurts was going to be yet. So they was like, Gardner Minshew a chance with
Minshew Mania.
Yeah.
Nope. No, sir.
Now you're going to go to the Colts. And it seemed like he just raised other quarterbacks the game. I don't know if he a nice guy giving notes or what's going on.
Well, he did follow his OC out there, which is typically a good sign, right? If you follow a coach from your previous spot, Shane Steichen, the OC from Philly. I'll reiterate this if you guys were not following us a couple months ago. I talked about this around the draft time. Shane Steichen the guy who really took that Philadelphia offense to the next level, implemented all the RPOs and stuff for Jalen Hurts to run and make him more efficient, and built the offense around the run game. He's now the head coach at the Indianapolis Colts, and I expect him to do the same thing for Anthony Richardson. And now you have a real I like Miles Sanders. Don't get me wrong, but Jonathan Taylor's on a completely different tier, whole different level. Now you got a real back to build it around, and they got a run blocking O line already. So I mean, I feel like it's a great fit, but I don't think it's just gonna be a explosion 12 wins overnight. You know what I mean? I feel like they're gonna have to build towards it.
I think they one of them teams that's gonna upset some people probably, but I think 6 wins is what they are. Maybe even 5. I think they finish at the bottom of the conference. Probably.
Below Houston?
Possibly.
Bro, Houston is a garbage can, bro.
I like what Houston doing now.
I like what Indy's doing more than I like what Houston's doing. Actually, no, that's not true. I like where Indy is at right now, going into the season today, more than I like where Houston is at going into the season today.
I'm gonna push my. So you're going over or under on 6.5 wins?
I'm going over. I think the Colts win 7 games. I got to check the schedule, but I think they win 7, possibly 8. You know, it's weird because it's a 17-game season now. So an 8-win team back in the day was 500, 8-8. But now you can be 8-9, win 8 games. So I think the Colts are around there because look at it. 2 years ago,
8.
2 years ago, how good were the Colts, bro? When they had Carson Wentz.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It was basically a playoff team. If Carson Wentz didn't lose to the Jaguars, who had 1 win that year, 2 wins.
The Jags they that team, huh?
Urban Meyer got off the team, and the Jags instantly just went nuts on the Colts and
dream
took the
killers.
playoff chances. So yeah, the Colts are still, they're not too far off from a playoff team, right? They were just that 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
So
I feel
under?
Like
you going under?
It's plugging. You plugging in a new QB. It's different. You got a rookie. You playing a rookie QB probably week 1. It's not like a lot of these other guys. I feel like they're starting now. They had a little bit more time. Like Trevor Lawrence was thrown right into the fire. Like he's like the exception to the rule. But like when you looking back at quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? Justin Herbert. Looking back, who was it? Joe Burrow. He was thrown out there. He performed well. Even Lamar Jackson got a couple games to sit. Jalen Hurts got a couple games to sit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys had some time.
Mahomes,
and
all of them boys.
Mahomes took a red shirt year. Like they sat down for a little bit. Even the boy Kenny Pickett had a little bit of time to sit out before he got thrown in. So I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough, bro. They're gonna have to go through some growing pains. Like just from watching quarterback, bro. Like how much goes into it. Yeah. Like the confidence, the work, like all the plays. You know what I'm saying? It's way different from college. The jump, bro. That's why I see why so many people harp on like quarterback intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I think these dudes is smart. Even if you don't think they like come off as the brightest people, like you see like a Jameis Winston goofing off, but like he's still an NFL quarterback. Like he going on like year 9, year 10.
You're not you're not even making it to the NFL level if you're not a smart quarterback. You're not gonna be able to bowl in college nowadays. Like you might be able to, do a little something depending on what level you're playing at. But like if you're not a smart guy, you're not gonna pass the NFL test and get welcomed into that league. It's not happening. Not at the quarterback position. It's too important.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be Anthony Richardson's fault that he's on the bottom half of the quarterbacks. If he because this is all we all trying to predict this right now.
Yep.
The top guys, there's a lot of talent at quarterback in this league right now. There's a lot of talent. I don't think really nobody like sucks. That's starting. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think nobody's like really trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, well,
you could say they trash. You could say they trash, but like,
yeah, they're not.
When we talk about
they're not actually trash.
We talk about that. We talk about that top 5.
Yeah,
compared to them, they trash.
Right.
But yeah, man, I think Anthony Richardson go through some growing pains. It's gonna be a tough conference, bro. It's gonna be a tough time for him. I mean, if any conference it is, like in this one that's a little weaker, come up in this joint. You got a Jonathan Taylor. You got an okay defense. You know what I'm saying? Shaq Leonard's still there.
Yep.
Like they still got some guys. They got DeForest Buckner out there. They still got some guys that can make it happen for them. But
Facts.
yeah, bro. Like I could see them squeaking in 7 wins, but I think they'll probably be on 6 just because he gonna have to go through the growing pains, and they gonna have to just deal with that. I know Jim Irsay want to win now, and they used to winning, but you have to go through the growing pains, bro. And I think the most mature quarterback in the conference is probably gonna win this joint, which is Ryan Tannehill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna win it. I think they're gonna win the conference, bro. I don't think much is gonna change. I'm gonna keep harping on it, bro. And it's gonna be the Jags right after them.
Yep, agreed.
Like depending
Colts
on health.
3, Texans 4.
Texans 4.
That's my position. Yep.
All right, man. Let me give me my stat for the Colts, boy. The Colts scored the NFL's 3rd fewest points in 2022 to finish their worst since 2017.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Taylor was out.
Bro, you talking about the Jeff Saturday led Colts, that team? The team that took a guy right off NFL Network and said, "Hey, come coach for us."
Yeah, come coach
that team.
They
weren't even dead last. That's good that they weren't even dead last. That shows me that they got some talent over there, bro.
Okay. And the Texans, who can finish last, man.
Dun.
Here's my positives. I'm not just gonna get on here and dump on the Texans.
Why not?
I'm gonna keep it.
You see how we coming, man? We Dallas boys over here, man.
I'm gonna keep it a little.
We don't respect Houston.
I'm gonna keep it a little positive before we dump on these boys. You know what I'm saying?
Big D, you're.
The dust is settled from the D-Hop, Deshaun Watson, all that going on. They gone, right? The old guard is gone. You feel me? That's when they was competitive playoff team. But all of that is done. You know what I'm saying? They tried to do it with Lovie Smith, but obviously they was going in rebuilding mode after they let go of Deshaun Watson. So here's what I'm gonna say. I like what they doing. I like the direction they going in, because you hire a defensive-minded head coach who, again, teams take on the identity of their coach. Defensive teams play hard. You know what I'm saying? Turn them into tough guys. Even if it take a couple years to get your tough guys in there, you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I think there'll be in a lot of competitive games this year. I like CJ Stroud. His last game against Georgia left a positive memory of him to me, because even though he lost, that boy strapped his big boy nuts on that game.
He did. He balled.
He balled, man. I don't think anybody was expecting that. And I think that speaks to the level of team that CJ Stroud was on, bro. He was on probably he probably had one of the worst defenses Ohio State has had in his tenure there. No running back, you know what I'm saying? But he did have receivers.
Easily had the worst stretch of Ohio State defenses. Yes.
Didn't really have a running game, you know what I'm saying? But he did have receivers. He did have receivers, though. He had a Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. You know what I'm saying?
Their run game was straight, bro.
It was straight, bro. But when you talking about what they had, we talked about it in a couple episodes ago. They went from
I was told. Wait. I was told
Carlos Hyde to Zeke
to JK
to JK Dobbins.
Nigga, I was told Travion Henderson is supposed to be Ezekiel Elliott and Saquon Barkley put together. What happened?
But
Buckeye fans.
But what was he?
All these Buckeye fans. Hold on, bro. I gotta get on it when I get the chance. I was told Travion Henderson was Emmitt Smith with Barry Sanders' feet. What happened?
I never.
He can't even start. He can't even start on his own team. He's a 5-star running back. I don't know what rock you were under, Melvin. What happened, guys?
I don't.
You got Maya Williams starting over him. What's going on? I was told y'all had the best running back factory that the Big Ten has ever seen. What happened?
Yeah, he was not that. He was not what was promised.
No, I'm talking smack, and he's still there. So he could go crazy this year. But
he was not what was promised. Jim Irsay aka Bills and Potions.
Literally, bro. At a dead concert taking shrooms.
Irsay be tweaking. Yeah. He want to win though. So but we took a little tangent. We're gonna get back to these
CJ Stroud. Back to CJ Stroud.
Back to CJ Stroud. he got heart, bro, and I think he clutch. And I think one day he probably gonna be at the top of this conference battling for who's gonna be the better quarterback, him or Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying?
This year?
He
That's what you're
no
expecting?
down the road.
Okay.
Not now. He gonna have to go through his stuff, but I think he gonna develop quicker than probably Anthony Richardson is, because I think he's, you know, I mean he scored bad on like whatever test they gave him, but that don't have nothing to do with him. Not have nothing to do with him making plays and throwing the ball well and making the right decision. He takes care of the ball. He runs when he needs to. He not a run first. He's capable, but he's no Anthony Richardson. He's no Lamar.
I hope he's ready, because that old line ain't protecting nothing. I hope he's ready to go.
Yeah, man.
Is that it, bro? Let me get my narrative off on CJ real quick.
Go ahead.
So we did our floor and our ceilings for the quarterbacks coming out the draft a while ago. So basically, what I think CJ Stroud is he is a black Kyle Orton with a little more wheels, right? Just a tiny bit more wheels than Kyle Orton had. I think CJ Stroud will be out of the league before his rookie contract is over. And maybe if he's not out the league, he's a backup somewhere. I think Houston will be drafting Drake May next year, and he's going to be the future of their team. He's going to be the guy who actually puts Houston back on the map like Deshaun had them boys rolling. I think it's going to be Drake May. It's not CJ Stroud. I'm sorry, bro.
Right,
it's not CJ.
How quickly to CJ Stroud? I'm a believer in CJ Stroud, man. I think I'm a believer. I'm a believer in him, bro. I think he develops quick. I think he got a good grasp for the game. Kyle Orton is kind of crazy. I think like the worst of the worst you can go is probably like a Geno Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's
he's not a Geno Smith type of player though, bro.
I don't know. What you think of Geno though?
Well, Geno at least makes smart decisions, right? And Geno's gonna protect the pill, right? Like,
so you don't think CJ Stroud is a smart decision maker?
I really don't. I feel like CJ Stroud, all he's shown me so far, right? We haven't seen him in the league yet, but all he's shown me so far is that he can hit a wide open receiver, because Marvin Harrison and Jackson Smith-Njigba and Emeka Egbuka and Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson were 5 yards wide open from the person who was supposed to be guarding them. Those are 5 guys I just named, all going to be first round draft picks.
Oh man,
come on now. He hasn't shown me anything.
I still kind of
the future of Houston.
I still kind of like how they gonna get Drake May though. I still kind of like the way they going. I think they tried to reinvent the way they did it before with Will Anderson instead of JJ. I'm not saying none of these guys is any of these guys by any means, but the way they went about drafting John Mechie, they go CJ Stroud, they go Will Anderson, which, you know what I'm saying? Before that, it was JJ Watt. Then it was you know what I'm saying? They got D Watt. Then, you know what I'm saying, D Watson.
Yep.
And before that, you know what I'm saying, they had Matt Forte. But and they get a defensive minded head coach, which I think he gets guys in there that fit his system. It may not be this year, it may not be the next year. That's why I say Houston and the Colts are going to be duking it out for the bottom of the conference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be solely on how they rookie quarterbacks play. But I think the Colts got a better like backup in case Anthony Richardson need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? He got a You know what I'm saying? They got a better little look. I'm not going to say ace in the hole, but like
better little setup.
They got a nice little cushion to fall back on it. And Gardner Minshew, where he could win them a couple games if need be.
Facts.
So, and then Jonathan Taylor, you know, he hasn't had any health issues since then. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna go Titans, Jags, Colts, Texans.
All right, I'm going Titans, Jags, Colts, Texans. That's it. I ain't hearing nothing else. If the Houston 111 boys have something to say, they can hop on the episode next time.
No, they ducked the smoke today, so they're gonna have to listen to this back.
Yeah. Y'all just gonna have to hear me. Feel me flow, bro.
Houston is tied. Houston is tied with the Arizona Cardinals for the longest Super Bowl odds at 20,000 plus 20,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not happening.
I got another
Basically, it's
narrative.
not
I got
happening.
another narrative though. Check it out about John Mechie. So, comeback player of the year, DeMar Hamlin is dominating like the comeback player of the year like odds right now because the boy technically passed on the field.
Yeah, he getting it regardless.
So, he got the best case.
It's
But
a
John
done
Mechie
deal.
missed the whole year due to cancer. So I feel like even if he balls out, it kind of, I don't want to say it sucked because these both unfortunate events. So like somebody got up off the ground and God willing, return back to the sport.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. They also, for the Houston Texans, have not won more than 4 games in the past 3 seasons. So I'm gonna go ahead and go under that 6.5.
I'm gonna go ahead and go under as well. Hey, so let's make the Houston fans happy real quick. Do you think the Texans can win any like individual awards this year, such as offensive rookie of the year or defensive rookie? Like, let's talk about the young guys on this team. Is there anything that these Houston fans can look forward to? Because we talked a lot of bad about Houston, and I kind of feel a little bit bad. But go ahead.
Will Anderson probably defensive rookie of the year.
I like that.
He gonna be going against Colts rookie quarterback. He gonna be playing against a rookie quarterback in the Colts. You know what I'm saying? Tannehill. I think he can get to Tannehill and like blow up the game.
Yep.
Then Trevor Lawrence. It's not like they offensive line is golden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're not
he's
regarded
hittable.
as one of the best. So he could definitely wreak some havoc. Even in the out of conference games, like he could be an issue. So that's probably their best candidate to win an award or comeback player of the year in John Mechie.
What about O'Roy? How high are you on CJ Stroud?
Not higher than Bijan or what's the boy we got?
Bryce Young.
Not Bryce Young. I don't think Bryce Young get
you
it.
talking about
Gibbs.
Jameer?
We
Yeah,
got
Jameer
Gibbs. You feel me? Like
JSN, Addison. Yeah. I'm sorry, Texans. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get y'all
try to
something.
get y'all something, but it's gonna be tough. I'd say comeback player of the year probably y'all best bet because John Mechie didn't play at all.
I'll say defensive rookie of the year. I'll go with you there on Will Anderson. That's their best bet this year. Is Will Anderson has a year.
I'm not down on CJ though. I'm not down on CJ. I think CJ got heart.
Of course you're
I
not.
don't think
Yet.
He Kyle Wharton.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
he gotta show me something. I'm positive right now. I'm not gonna dump him
Bro.
right away. He gonna be on a pool team, bro.
Nigga, Kyle Wharton was not bad, bro. He was not bad. He just was Kyle Wharton. He had a ceiling, man. And that's CJ Stroud, bro. Kyle Wharton has some arm talent. He's a bit of a gunslinger, I'd say. Yeah, man. I can't. CJ's not.
I think
him,
he
bro.
did benefit, but like for him to carry that Ohio State team to where he did, but what they had on defense and the limited run game, I think he all right. But I digress.
Yeah.
We done with the poop show that is the AFC South.
Yeah.
Get better. But man, let's get into some topics, some other topics, some news. While I get to that,
what's going on?
I appreciate all 251 of y'all for subscribing to my YouTube peoples. You know what I'm saying?
250? Let's go.
251, bro.
Yes, sir. And a one.
It's kind of crazy that people are subscribed to our channel. It's still kind of crazy to me, bro. I'm trying to like that people listen to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little bit surreal, but
yeah, facts.
Get tomorrow. Dang, bro, I'm trying to find the topics. Yeah, man, but while we on this football stuff,
yep.
The running backs of the league, the guys, if you will, the top dogs, had a little bit of a Zoom meeting about how they're getting treated like a redhead stepchild in the league, and like a side chick, if you will.
All that.
They ain't value, man. So they got on there and discussed the market and how it sucks to be a running back. And if I'm talking to any running backs out there, play slot. Like
Yeah, play
play
something
slot.
else.
It's easier for Odell Beckham, who's had 2 knee surgeries and an ankle surgery, to get a $15 million contract on a new team than it would be a running back who
Is in his prime.
has had no injuries in his prime. Like it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous,
Bro. I mean, I want you to just go. Just get out all everything you gotta say, bro. Because
okay. So
once I start talking RBs, I'm gonna go for a minute.
then Claw included and highlighted these folks, which was Nick Chubb, who is not up for a contract yet, but Saquon Barkley, who is contemplating not playing, much like Le'Veon Bell did for the Steelers. When it happened to him, it was kind of crazy, and everybody was just like, "I'm getting mine." So Le'Veon, sit out if you want to. Missed out on $17 million. Derrick Henry on the call. Christian McCaffrey, whose contract up is in 2025. He's the highest paid back.
Yeah.
Eckler can't get a contract. Austin Eckler, orchestrated this call as well. And Josh Jacobs, who hasn't even received a contract offer. They haven't even given him an offer. This was the rushing leader last year.
Rushing champ.
The rushing champ cannot get an offer. They ain't even tell him what he's worth yet. They didn't even give him a chance to say no. They just like,
yeah,
you might tear your ACL next year, but all them carries. They said basically today, a lot of the highlights from it was today. It's to their detriment that they play well.
Absolutely.
It's to their detriment that they play well.
They can't win.
They get rid of you. Like we seen Miles Sanders, who was the back for the Eagles, left basically because he was getting taken off the field and third downs and stuff, and he wanted to be every down back, and he wasn't that, so he felt like he'd be more the 3-down back in Carolina and all this other stuff. And you go look at a guy like again Saquon, who Saquon and Eckler and specifically catch the ball at a prolific rate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they make those offenses go. I think Eckler caught 100 passes from Justin Herbert, man.
Saquon caught 91 his rookie year. It's a Giants rookie receiving record for any position.
He still had a ton of receiving work last year too. So it's like, what's going on, bro? It's not like you could say, it's not like you, and Saquon graded as the highest pass blocking running back.
Yeah.
So it baffles me that he still doesn't get paid. I was even watching Shady McCoy talk about it. He was like, the top guys have always gotten paid, and then it was everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But now
that is correct.
You don't get paid, and I don't really like Todd Gurley narrative because who's to say the same thing can't happen with a receiver? Who's to say the same thing can't happen with a quarterback? Shut up, Siri. But you know what I'm saying? Who's to say all this stuff can't happen to all these guys that get this guaranteed bread? You know what I'm saying? I get Dallas paid Zeke or whatever, but he still played. It wasn't like he tore his ACL. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he did nothing crazy.
Right.
He still played. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me when I'm hearing these guys who all right, I get it. If you can't pass block, all right, knock off a couple million, negotiate here or there, get better. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of who it was. It was the Bengals running back.
Oh, Mixon.
Mixon. He was really bad at pass pro, so they had to put Pirine in on third downs to block.
Yeah.
So that's to his detriment. You know what I'm saying?
But he took a pay cut.
But the guys who produce and block well, like a Zeke, like a Saquon. Well, I'm talking about Zeke when he was not
when he was Zeke.
When he was Zeke. But Saquon, who blocks well, catches the ball well, who runs the ball well. You know what I'm saying? He damn near willed them. Daniel Jones played good, but willed them to that Vikings victory in the playoffs.
Daniel Jones would not be in the league right now if it was not for Saquon Barkley.
Who you gonna turn around and hand the ball off to? You know what I'm saying? You paid Daniel Jones all that money to what? Be third in the conference if you don't have Saquon?
Right.
Fourth in the conference if you don't have Saquon? What we doing, bro?
I know what they're doing, bro.
It's pissing me off.
Basically, what they're doing is They're colluding. The GMs, the NFL GMs are colluding, and they are trying to completely demolish the running back market. Um, you hear it all the time for quarterbacks, right? Oh, he's getting paid 40. Kirk Cousins is getting paid $40 million a year. That's too much. Oh, don't worry about it. In 3-4 years, the cap will be up so high. The cap's going up every year. He'll be a middle of the pack paid quarterback, right? Okay, so what happens to that running back money? Running backs are going in a reverse direction. Unlike any other position, it's the only position whose money is actually going down. And right now, we're at a very pivotal point in the future of the running back market. I think they're trying to abolish the market because this is so dumb to me, but I got to get it out because this is what I see. I think these GMC, the quarterbacks winning Super Bowls, I know y'all seen that graphic, the last 10 Super Bowl winning running backs. It's like LeGarrette Blount 3 times, Sony Michel, Leonard Fournette. Nobody made more than $2 million that season. The problem with that is simple. Do you have Patrick Mahomes on your team? No, you don't. Do you have Tom Brady? No, you don't. All right, well then you need a running back.
Did you have Matthew Stafford? Did you have Joe Burrow to get you there? Did you have,
bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
this is what's pissing me off, bro. It's because they think that having a running back is going to take too much money away from the offense or whatever. If you don't have an elite quarterback, it's not getting done anyway. Look at McVay. Look at what Sean McVay did. Him and Todd Gurley took this league. Yes, I say him and Todd Gurley because they did it together. Him and Todd Gurley took this league by storm. Todd Gurley had 36 touchdowns in one season, and they revolutionized the game of football. And they took it as far as they could. And McVay thought that the system was so great that they didn't need running backs no more. So what do? He cuts Gurley. Gurley ends up in ATL. What happens to the Rams? No one talks about this. They go to the playoffs 2 years in a row and get washed in the first round. Absolutely obliterated. And what does he do? Oh, I can't win like this. I got to trade Jared Goff and go get an elite quarterback. If you don't have an elite quarterback, it's not happening regardless.
You don't win, bro.
But a running back is going to give you a foundation. It's going to give you a floor to at least be good for now. And who knows what can happen on any given Sunday. But what the GMs are doing in the league is they're trying to completely abolish the market. Look, they have a strangle on these running backs already. I talked about it last episode, 2 episodes ago, Melly. When I said Bijan Robinson is about to get 35 carries a game because they have him for 5 years, plus 2 more years on the tag, that's 7 years. Bijan's what, 20 years old? He'll be 27 when he's done in Atlanta.
They're gonna
they get his whole damn career, and they get to run him into the ground and not pay him any significant money
on a rookie contract. They gonna give you all the it's like a prepaid phone with prepaid minutes.
Yes.
We gonna give you this many minutes to talk.
They got the Virgin Mobile. You get 10,000.
They treat them like Obama phones, man. You get this many calls. You get this many carries. You get this amount of money. You know what I'm saying? You can only.
It ain't even about this many carries though, because they're gonna run them into the ground, Melly. They're gonna run them for all they're worth, and then they're gonna ship them out of town, and they'll never get a big contract again, right? Like in the olden days, those running backs did get taken care of, right? The McCoys got taken care of. The Gurley got taken care of. Zeke, Henry, all these guys got taken care of. AT, they all got taken care of. They're not trying to do that no more, bro. If Josh Jacobs can go have the season he just had and can't sniff a dime, not even an offer from his team, like we knew Josh McDaniel wasn't paying that nigga. We already knew that. But he's gonna
turn around and hand the ball 30 times though.
Exactly. He's gonna run him into the ground. Hey, bro, we need help. Oh, 3rd and 1. Go run into the biggest guys on the field for us, please. Like, no, bro, it's dead. What they're doing is so dirty. But the thing is, it's systematically broken. So they're talking about these running backs getting together and they're having phone calls and all this stuff. And everyone's making jokes about it. Like, oh, they're all on the phone. When are they going to get done tweeting about it? Well, they got us talking about it again. Me and Melvin talked about this a month ago. We talked about it 2 episodes ago.
We talked about the most undervalued position, bro. And this is what I hate, bro. I was watching like Speak for Yourself. I forget who the analyst was, but I don't want to take it out of context because he later on like walked it back and he said like it's like how the NBA is with centers and power forwards. But the only difference is when you have a Nikola Jokic who can play make, pass, shoot the three, do all these things. Like I said, Saquon can pass protect, catch the ball, run the ball. He could do it at all three levels that you need on offense. He should get paid like that. The other NBA centers who don't do that, if you're Ed Reed on the 76ers, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Embiid gets paid like that because he can shoot, post up, turn around, walk the ball up the court, do all of that. So he gets paid like that. In the NFL, that's how it should be. If you Joe Mixon, you can't pass protect, you're not gonna get do it all running back money. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is in NFL, they not giving them guys that. You know what I'm saying? You could even say, like, even with CeeLo said it, he not on here, so I'm gonna say it for him. He said running quarterbacks is also diminishing that because your quarterback can run it and pass it. But what happens when the RG3 situation happened?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your quarterback tears ACL, so that's going. Who you gonna turn around and hand the ball off to? Who? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got a Derrick Henry, if you ain't got a Saquon, if you ain't got a Josh Jacobs, if you ain't got a what's his name? What's Dalvin Cook? You know?
Yeah.
And even when we talking about these other running backs, LeGarrette Blount, Sony Michel, these was all dudes before they even got there.
They were.
And they own right. They was dudes, but you know what happened? They didn't get paid, and they ended up playing backup dancer on a different team. When a good team can see the value. I don't want them to sit up there and act like they don't see the value because you wouldn't have picked up Sony Michel. You wouldn't have picked up LeGarrette Blount. You wouldn't have picked up what you call it? What's his name?
And what they're not talking about is that all these
Leonard
dudes
Fournette
shared the backfield. All these dudes shared carries. Every single guy who was on that ground, they all shared carries. But the biggest problem with this market for me is the fact that, bro, the NFL should not be allowed to handcuff a running back for 7 years before they can hit the free market and go see what they're worth and go get what they really deserve, right? Like, my biggest problem is the tags. But even before the franchise tags hit, before year 6 for first round draft pick running backs, it'll be year 6 when they would be free agents if they didn't get tagged. Before that, how about a running back play for how about 3 years, and then the 4th year they hit the open market? You know what I mean? Because running back is not like quarterback. You talked about how CJ Stroud is about to get thrown into the fire, or Anthony Richardson about to get thrown into the fire, and so many quarterbacks got the chance to sit and learn first. So many DBs get the chance to sit and learn first, or maybe get hit in the nickel, right? Offensive linemen get to sit and learn first before they throw them in there. Running backs get handed the ball the second they walk on campus in the NFL. After they get drafted, they're basically carrying the ball to their locker, right? And they're going to get all that they're worth the second they get into the league. It's not like all these other positions where you get a chance to chill and learn the system. Right? No, you're on the field day one, and we're going to run you into the ground.
You know what it is? A couple things going to happen. These top, the more Bijan Robinsons that roll around in the draft, the more Zekes that roll around in the draft, the Derrick Henrys, the Christian McCaffreys in the draft, they're going to be, them rookies, they're going to be sitting out until they get the big bag up front. This is what's going to happen. I think that's going to happen. They're going to sit and they're going to wait until they get that big bag. First and foremost, as soon as they get drafted, you know what I'm saying? The top guys who you know is going to be that dude. They gon' bargain. They gon' fight tooth and nail to get everything they can on that rookie contract. And then the other thing that's gonna happen, they gonna devalue running backs so much that they're gonna let these dudes go for cheap. Some of these teams is gonna stack up on these all-pro NFL backs, like you said, and they're gonna run it by committee.
That's devaluing the market. That's exactly what they're doing. They're bringing down the averages, bro. They're bringing down the averages. That's what they're doing. That's how it starts.
We're going to stop seeing, and when the first guy starts to run for 2,000 yards again, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to look to try and pay this guy because everybody else got 2 to 3 backs running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else got 2 to 3 all-pro caliber type of guys stacked up in their backfield. You know what I'm saying? Running a wing T damn near. But and they go running backs ain't gonna be worth a damn thing. And then somebody else gonna roll around in the draft. Like I'm compared to this. So If we want to do centers, I'm gonna bring it back to basketball again.
Go ahead.
In the league right now, who are the top centers currently playing right now?
Embiid and Yoke.
Exactly. 2 off the top of your head. The guys, the past 2 MVPs. What's gonna happen with the running backs is it ain't gonna be they're gonna be a thing of the past, bro. So when somebody else breaks in as a great elite running back, they gonna get the bag again. It's gonna correct itself right back. But it sucks because this era of running backs is gonna suffer.
When are they gonna be able to correct the market though? When are they gonna get the bag again? Not until the next CBA, not until the next collective bargaining agreement.
That's what I'm saying. They about to have to. They're gonna suffer.
Nigga, that's in 8 years.
They're gonna suffer. Exactly.
They're gonna go through some long suffering.
Exactly. That's exactly what because they're not gonna pay. They're not gonna pay them, bro. So what I said, what I'm predicting is these teams is gonna stack up great backs. We're gonna see some real parity now.
Yeah.
When we got Saquon, Eckler, and Jacobs,
Josh Jacobs, all running for the Patriots.
Yeah.
All
Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time.
$500,000 a year.
Getting paid pennies on the dime. So in reality, when they stop wanting to pay these guys, and they're gonna start playing longer too.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm like, it's gonna be 2 all-pro caliber type players on rosters because they're not gonna pay these dudes.
I mean, we had that in Dallas this year with TP and Zeke, right? Like Zeke was on the tail end of that, but everything TP did not do great, Zeke did excellent still to this day.
But just imagine this, bro.
And what happened? It ain't last, bro, because the market was too high. Zeke was one of those last guys who got paid, right? So now what you're saying is they're both going to be making TP money. It's going to be 2 all-pro backs, but they both going to be on TP money.
It's going to be teams with 2
less than $2 million a year.
It's going to be teams with 2 all-pro backs. And you know what's going to happen? The numbers going to get inflated on that teams that's winning Super Bowls with subpar backs, but they can be all pros in their own right. Because you know what I'm saying? Nick Chubb going to be coming up next. And you know how many times Nick Chubb gets the ball?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
He getting Derrick Henry work. He getting Jonathan Taylor work.
Right.
So
them 2 the ones that's up next, right? We got Chubb up, and then we're gonna have JT up, Jonathan Taylor.
Christian McCaffrey in 2025.
In 25, McCaffrey feel like he done got paid 3 times already, bro. What's going on? It seems racist to me, if you ask me. I feel like McCaffrey done got 4 big contracts already.
He's gonna be offloaded off but he was eating off Cam though.
Yeah, he was.
He was eating off Cam because Cam taking the rushes away from him. So like again, another scenario that could happen with the amount of running quarterbacks we got. The workload has shifted. You know what I'm saying? The workload has shifted. So that's also to their detriment. You know what I'm saying? Because I could run Lamar 10 times, run you 20 times instead of 30 or 16 or 14. Throw you the ball a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but what's the issue with that though, Melvin? What's the issue with that is if
we're
the quarterback gets hurt,
we're not going to see. We're not going to see 2,000. We're not going to see any more 2,000-yard backs. It's going to become a thing. It's going to become rare again.
I mean, it's always been rare. To this day, it's always been rare.
But come on, man.
How many have we seen in our lifetime? 3? AP, Derrick Henry, CJ 2K.
It's gonna be more rare. I'm telling you, it's gonna be more rare, bro.
Of course it is. It is. You're right. It's already rare. Like
when we had running quarterbacks in the league, it was Vic.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the caliber that you could plug in.
Vince Young was that you could plug into
this day. Tennessee ruins rookie quarterbacks. Also,
Vince Young was toting that pill, bro.
That's another narrative.
Him and CJ was getting off running for $2K a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I'm joking, but
he was capable. If you would have plugged him, if you plug an RG3 in, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If we really talking about it, I can name the quarterbacks in the league now that can run the ball. Trevor Lawrence can run the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who else just in that conference can run the rock?
I mean, Danny Dimes.
Tannehill can technically run the ball. Malik Willis can run the ball. Will Levis can run the ball. AR-15 can run the ball. Kyler Murray can run the ball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy can move a little bit, but they also have Trey Lance who can run the ball.
Run the ball for real. Yeah.
For real. Lamar Jackson can run the ball. Joe Burrow is a capable runner.
Yep.
He not up there
Josh
with them
Allen.
guys. Josh Allen can run the ball. Cam Newton, he Cam Newton-esque to me.
Yeah, he
He more Cam Newton than Big Ben to me.
Way more. Way more.
So
yeah, bro.
Tua can move. Justin Herbert can move.
We're not finna do that.
He ain't that fast. But
we're not finna do.
Herbert can stretch out them big deer legs and run.
Herbert, yeah, I can hear Herbert because Herbert be gone when he run. But
Mahomes can get down when you running like a toddler.
Mahomes
can get down. He can run. He can get down when he need to.
Yeah, everybody moving, bro. Big Dak moving, bro. I done seen Dak run over middle linebackers at the
Dak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Big Dak moving, bro.
So what I'm hearing is 20 years ago in the old guard, how many of them quarterbacks is you naming off? We didn't just name the whole league.
Yeah, facts. We did. And if we didn't name you, you're on your way out the league. That's a service announcement to you. Aaron Rodgers, you're on the clock. Matthew Stafford, you're on the clock, baby. You're on your way out if you can't run.
Golf too.
Oh yeah, bro. He already got his replacement sitting right next to him in camp.
That can run.
We already know that can move, man.
So yeah, bro. This is what I'm saying. 2,000 yards is gonna be once again a rare thing because of the legs at quarterback. Meaning it's still gonna be tough. So when somebody cracks 2,000 yards, that's gonna be the guy that gets the bag, or not.
But what's the bag gonna be at that point? That's the whole argument I'm making. I don't want to drag this on, but what I see is they're dragging the market down. You know how franchise tags works? Let me help you guys out who don't know. A franchise tag is the average of the top 5 paid players at your position over the past 5 years. So right now, if a running back gets franchise tag, he's making $10 million a year. In 5 years, if he gets franchise tag, he's not going to be making $10 million anymore. He's going to be making $4 million, $5 million. So they're ruining the market from the top down because you still got that Zeke money floating around in the market, right? That $90 million he got. You still got that Gurley money floating around in the market from the past previous 5 years. That's still floating out there. Once they stop paying these dudes the average, that franchise tag, they're going to have you for 7 years, which is going to be your whole running back career, and you're going to make $15 million while your quarterback's making $45 million a year. The guy who's probably in the league because you're carrying the ball so well is going to be making 45, and you're going to make 15 over the span of 8 years.
Bro.
That's where the game is going right now until they get to this next collective bargaining agreement.
If y'all play running back, do not play running back.
Might drop. Don't play running back.
Go golf. Go play baseball or something. The running back ain't it. I'm sorry, but this has. Hey, quick roster updates. Chris Jones is also going through a little bit of contract dispute. He probably not going to show up to Chiefs camp, but he is the number 2 D tackle behind Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
who's getting paid a bag? I
would say Jeffrey. Oh, you talk about like actually money wise?
Yeah,
I was gonna say best. I would say Jeffrey Simmons. I'll say AD, Jeffrey, then Chris Jones, then probably probably Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah,
for top 4 interior D lineman.
It's debatable. Then I throw like a Vita Vea in there. So I'm
missing big somebody. Fletcher Cox still up there, you know.
Buckner, Fletcher Cox. You know, but
yeah.
Okay. So we already talked about CJ Gardner-Johnson. Raiders signed Marcus Peters. Do we care about that?
And no hate on the Raiders, man.
No hate on the Raiders. That was my quick little roster updates that I had that I caught, bro. But
I appreciate
what I'm saying. We covered up on an hour, dog. I appreciate all 251 of y'all and the extra that subscribe in the future. I love all y'all, man. If y'all got this far, make sure y'all like and comment on this joint and subscribe. The most important thing, because it's helping us grow. We could do more things the more y'all subscribe. It don't cost nothing. It's free. So subscribe to this thing. I'm about to get out of here on y'all, dog. Chad, you got anything to say?
Thank you. Yes. Since I mentioned his name earlier in the pod, Drake May will win the Heisman over Caleb Williams, and he'll go number 1 overall in the draft next year.
No. But this has been the 111 show, episode 18. I'll debate with you another time. I'm finna get up out of here.
Get ready for college football talk, y'all. We coming at you.